What's up, everybody? Everybody out there in YouTube land, everybody on Facebook. This is your boy Kareem Saunders, aka the T-shirt Professor. Finally got my logo, finally got my first T-shirt made. You see it right here, baby. It looked just like me. Beard and everything. Got the hat and everything. You know what I'm saying? Just making some things happen. Just trying to do a bit. Anyway, all right. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm coming at you with another T-shirt video, and this particular video is gonna encompass the way I actually digitize a signature, a handwritten signature, and actually placing it onto a shirt. I've actually had a couple of requests to do such a video because I've done previous shirts in the past for different people where I would design a shirt and I would actually go ahead and throw their handwritten personalized signature on the shirt, and I call it my signature T-shirts, for lack of a better, more creative term or what have you. So I've had requests as to how to do this, and this video is about showing you how I've actually, from concept to creation. So I'm going to take you step by step on what it is that I do. So the materials that you're going to need, you're obviously going to need a heat press or an iron. If you don't have a heat press, you can actually use an iron. It's just going to take you a longer period of time to press the iron onto the shirt and leave it onto the shirt longer. But in this case, I have a heat press. You're going to need obviously a vinyl cutter, whether it's Cricut, whether it's Silhouette, or whether it's just an industrial vinyl cutter, a piece of vinyl, a scrap piece of vinyl that you can use to, cut out your name on a vinyl cutter machine. And you're obviously going to need a Sharpie, and you're going to need a whiteboard, a dry erase whiteboard. And on this board, it actually goes your signature. So your signature, whenever someone wants to have a signature shirt done, the first thing you want to do is, you want to always make sure that they have write their signature big enough and bold enough, preferably on a white background, because you're going to get the most contrast with a black marker or a bright colored marker, red or something like that, onto a white background. You'll get the best contrast like that. So in this case, I got a black marker right on a white backdrop. So I'm going to write my signature. I'm going to write my signature on this, and that's going to be the starting point of how how I get the shirt made. All right. So let's see. All right. So this is my signature. This is my hieroglyphic, code cracking, chicken scratch writing that only I can understand. You know what I mean? So as you can see, the only distinguishable letters or characters will be the K in my name, in my first name, and the D in my last name. So this is where we start. All right. So you want to always get a good, signature, especially if you want it to show up good on a T-shirt. You want to always get a good, well-written signature with a good contrast. So this black on white, that's one of the best contrasts you can get. All right, so you want to make sure that so you're going to get that. And right now I'm getting ready to take you step by step as to how I go to my computer and digitize it. And so stay tuned and just kind of follow me as I do that. All right, everybody, I'm here at my computer, and what I'm getting ready to do is walk you guys through how I get the signature into my editing software, my graphic design software, which I actually use Photoshop. I mean, you could use, you could pretty much use anything you want. I'm just partial to Photoshop and Adobe, because that's kind of what I cut my teeth on. But you can use Corel Draw, you can use Adobe Illustrator, you can probably even use the Inkscape. But anyway, so basically all I did was, I started in, I took a photo of the actual signature, and let's see. All right, and I I brought it over, and I basically sent it to myself. I kind of did it the quick, easy way. So I sent it to myself on Messenger. All right. And so what I did, and then my next step is to copy the image, bring it over to my Photoshop software. Okay. All right. So the first thing we got to do is, get everything centered up and get it right side up, because right now it's sideways, because that's the way I took the picture. So I'll just go to transform. All right. And let's kind of enlarge it let's just kind of enlarge it. All right. And just kind of get it bigger. All right. So the very first thing we want to do is, so now we want to take the signature out of, from the background. And matter of fact, let's make because the background right now is white, even on the Photoshop interface. So I'll go ahead and make that background transparent. So the first thing we need to do is isolate the actual ink pattern drawing, which is my signature, from everything else. So it'll just be like a standalone design. So let's see, the first thing, we can use the magic eraser tool. We can use several different things to kind of. All right, so after getting all of the background out of, out from around the signature, now I just got just a plain old design, just my signature standing alone against a transparent background. All right. So now it is, in essence, digitized. So what I got to do from here is I need to go and so now we got to get it print ready. All right. We got to get it print ready, and we got to get it put into the vinyl cutting software so that we can go ahead and finally make a cut, and then take that cut and then place it onto a t-shirt. So from now, we're going to go ahead and save. We're going to go to File, Save As. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, so you want to save it as a PNG. You want to save it as a ping, okay? All right, and then so you want to name it. You want to always give stuff a name just to kind of make sure everything is organized. So let's see. All right. Just going to do Ream Sig 1. All right. So we're going to go ahead and save. All right, is marked as interlace, so you're going to hit OK. Boom. So now we can actually close that out, because now it's saved and is ready for digitization. All right, so now we're going to go into the software that allows me to cut my prints. All right. Let's see. All right, my kids always got something up on the computer here. But anyway, so we're going to, we're starting a new project. And in my case, I used the Cricut machine. All right. So I used the Cricut machine, and then I also used in the native software is Cricut Design Space. So you go into Cricut Design Space, and I want to upload an image. All right. As you can see, I got, all kind of stuff in there from different projects that I've done. All right. So I want to go and upload image. And the reason why because you see the images that can be placed in here can either be JPEG, GIF, a PNG, which is what we're using, you know, bitmap, SVG, or whatever, you know what I mean? So I used ping. So we're going to upload image. All right, I'm going to browse. All right, so it automatically goes to the same place that I saved it. So now I just got to go to find the actual signature. All right, which is right here. All right, so I'm going to open. And so boom, so there's my signature. There's my signature. All right, and I'm getting ready to upload it. So I'm just going to select simple right here. Continue. All right. Let's see. All right. So here is. All right, let's see what it looks like previewed. All right, looks pretty clean. You always just want it to look pretty clean as you can get. All right. So I'm going to hit continue there. All right. It's not going to look like this. This is just the outline of it. It will not look that that cartoonish. Okay. All right. So we're going to save. Actually. All right. So it's going to be. We're going to be using this one right here. And actually, let's go ahead and I don't need this one, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. Yes, I'm sure I want to delete this image. Because whatever you don't need, just discard it. You don't want to, there's no need for undue confusion. All right, so I'm going to click on that. I'm going to insert image. All right, so boom. So now this is my actual signature. And now all we have to do is just kind of, line it up, resize it however you want. It's a signature shirt, so you don't necessarily need to make the signature that big. I mean, you can do it however you want. Excuse me, but what I'm going to do is excuse me. What I'm going to do is resize it. Now, when you see that this lock, when it looks like the master lock is set to lock, that means whenever you try to constrain it, is going to maintain the proper proportions, whether you expand it or contract it. Basically, that's a fancy way of saying that if you try to resize it, it's going to stay the same dimensions if this is locked. So what I want to do is I like to kind of thin mine out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the unlock, and I like to kind of, make it look stretchy, just kind of make it look like a real signature. I can either make it big like this, or, kind of make it long like that, elongate it and stretch it out. So I want to, let's see. All right. So I kind of want to keep it like that. Now this indicates how wide it would be on the t-shirt. So it would be, basically 8 inches wide by 1 inch height. So I don't want it to be that tiny. So what I want to do is, if you want to kind of gauge the way it's going to look on a t-shirt, you can go up here to template. All right, and it's going to bring you a set of templates. So in this case, I want to choose classic t-shirts. All right, so all right, so don't worry about what that says up there. We know it's not gonna, it's not gonna affect anything. So anyway, so this is the way it would look on a t-shirt. Now, what I'm doing is I'm actually going to apply this signature to my t-shirt professor logo shirt. Okay, and so it's already busy with the logo and my cartoon face on it. So I'm going to take this actual signature. I want to make it a little bit smaller. You know what I mean? So I want to make it. Let's see. I at least want to make it 2 inch height. All right, and I'm probably going to rotate it. Somewhere, something like that. You can put it however you want to put it. But I think we'll say 7. We'll just give it 7 and 2. 7 inches wide, 2 inches high. All right. So let's just kind of zoom in a little bit. All right. So what I'm going to do now is, so it's the way I want it. Once it's the way you want it, you want to go ahead and click on make. All right. So what this represents here is the uh, the the mat that you're going to use to insert into the vinyl cutter, which my case is the Cricut, and it looks this is a virtual version of the mat. So the way the mat looks, if you put the vinyl like this on the mat and position it like that on the mat, then that's the way it's actually going to cut. All right, so I got my mat in place. All right, so basically what you want to do now is, so you want to always make sure that you hit this mirror, the mirror part right here. So it's going to mirror the image. That way, because whenever you apply the vinyl to the actual mat, the shiny side has to be face down, okay? Because that means the sticky part, you're going to be cutting on the sticky part, and the sticky part is what makes, obviously the is going to activate the adhesive from the heat press, and that's what's going to make it stick onto the shirt. So you want to mirror it and make sure that because if you don't mirror it and you cut it straight off like the way I had it, by the time you try to put it onto the shirt, it's going to look backwards. All right, and then the only way that you can actually read what the shirt says is if you're actually standing in front of a mirror. So this way you want to cut it as a mirror image. That way, when it's time to take the image out and put it onto the shirt, it'll be the way it's supposed to look. All right, so we have it set up the way we want it on the mat. So you're going to hit continue. All right, and so we're just waiting for the machine to load. Let's see. All right, here it goes. All right, boom. So my machine is already set to iron on. Everything is good to go. The blade is already in there. So my Cricut light is blinking, indicating that it's time to go ahead and insert the mat into the machine. All right. Now, in this case, I like to make my machine go in fast mode. That makes it cut like extra fast. But because this has so many curves and fine lines, I don't want my machine to try to cut it in fast mode because I don't want it to mess it up. So I'm just going to have it go slow and steady. All right. So I'm going to hit the, it says press the flash and go button. You guys can't see it, but my Cricut is flash and go. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. All right, so it has finally got done cutting. All right, so let's take it back over to the to my workbench, and we'll resume there, and I will show you the way it looks after it has been cut. Stay tuned. I'm back. I had to ditch the hat, y'all. It was getting a little bit kind of toasty up in this piece. You feel me? But anyway, look, I got this is the digitized signature, and I'm going to, I've already weeded out all the excess, vinyl from it. So this is really, really the last step. Only thing I have to do now is just kind of print it onto the, press it onto the t-shirt. In which case I'm going to print it onto this particular t-shirt that I'm wearing right now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to fade to black on this because you already seen how the process of, how I, actually press a shirt. So you've already seen that. So I'm going to go ahead and I got to come up out of this shirt in order to apply this vinyl. Don't worry. I'm not gonna expose these these biceps. I'm not going to expose this hard body because I don't want all you ladies out there to get excited. Don't do it. Don't do it because the professor is here to teach you something. I don't want you gawking at the t-shirt professor. But now, I'm going to go ahead and apply this. And next time you see me, you'll be seeing me wearing this shirt with this already plastered onto it. All right? Just a second. Boom. All right, everybody. Just like I promised, just like the t-shirt professor promised. All right? I went ahead and applied the signature onto my actual t-shirt, and this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like from top to bottom. So with that said, I hope you guys learned something. I hope I brought some kind of value, to you. So if you did, if you got any kind of knowledge, any kind of value from this particular video, if you learned something that you otherwise never, learned prior to watching this video, just feel free to share, feel free to like. And I'm trying to start this, this is my first YouTube channel as far as, doing things in this particular space, t-shirts, trying to build the channel. So, go ahead and subscribe, you know what I mean? Because I'll keep making videos and just keep adding value, and showing you guys how to do things, how I, got into the t-shirt business and, kind of pitfalls and stuff that I had. Just everything, and then kind of everything in between. So I'll show you guys that kind of stuff. So just, subscribe. I'll put out videos, and I'll be consistent with the frequency in which I put out videos, and we'll just kind of keep it going, man. And I want to build this. I want to build this channel, and it is the T-shirt Professor. That's my YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and kind of throw some links in the description here. But yeah, just be sure to share, like, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we just gonna kind of end it like that. And and so eventually I want to get to the point where I'm doing giveaways and giving away merchandise, shirts and different things of that nature. So just support, man, and I certainly appreciate anybody who whether it's been locally or anywhere in the country that have supported me in any shape, form, or fashion. Whether it's whether I provided T-shirts, graphic design, anything. I appreciate your support, and I will continue to appreciate your support. So again, thank you guys. I hope you learned something. This is the T-shirt Professor signing off, baby. This is the first of many times. So get used to seeing this face. Get used to hearing this voice. And be ready to learn something every time you see me. Peace.